You know what they don't see coming. The man they've underestimated. The one they've overlooked, written off, laughed at. That's where you've got your edge. Because while they've been looking down on you, you've been building something they can't even imagine. You don't fight like you've already won. You fight like you've got everything to prove. And that is what makes you dangerous.
This is my thought. You know, because we slept beside each other for years and came out by ourselves together. He used to tell me how he loved Vito, Vincent Hill, Sam Draper, his nephew Louis Vini, all Louis Sweeney. All them dudes ended up doing life, murders, multiple murders. If them dudes would have been in the street, lights out, man. You know, because my motto and Slim motto is do for me what I would do for you. You know, and I'm gonna be honest with you, my case manager, my lawyer, my daughter, my son, everybody, different men of mine, they had to defend me because what that little dude said. And they say dudes in question say, is that true? And they say, you can't believe that BS. Man, Slim, man, let me tell you something. I know him. The dude is a living legend for real. Ain't no joke about Slim. The words are powerful. And sometimes you find dudes looking for something to latch on to. So you got some dudes look for negativity because but that don't mean they in your circle. But some dudes that hear about it say, they talk about you. You know what I mean? Talk about me. But I've had so many dudes that love me and know me that came to me and say, we go to dinner or we'll be at an event or something. I said, man, you know, such and such asked me, man, you heard about this? Is that true? I said, man, look, knowing the man since juvenile. I've been in law with him, the feds with him. And yeah, it's good to do defend my name because I would defend their name if it wasn't in the presence of somebody trying to say. First of all, can't nobody say nothing bad about nobody in my circle that I love. But you look at different generations. Look at Eric, my nephew Eric, and Buddy Love, and Tony Fortune, and that generation when they come through. You know what I mean? Then you look at the generation behind them, Babyface, Corey Moore, dude Sean Branch, Kevin Gray. So I'm shaking my head. Why go on a platform to say something to an out of towner about a dude that don't deserve that? If you got a beef with a dude or you got some type of grief, him to probably say, man, I don't mess with the dude, but you know, here, man. Man, I'll give my enemy his props if he deserves it. Black, white, gray, pink. If I know he ain't to be messed with, man, you know, we'll run into each other. Somebody gotta go, but I can't underestimate. But with this particular situation, that dude ain't deserve that. He got kids out here, man. He got a daughter he call every time. He calls his nephew, he calls James every week. Call his daughter, man, you know what I'm saying? To hear that type of stuff about Clifton Path, that's probably all in Hollywood. Nobody thought flowers coming in the street. Nobody. I had 75 to life in the 70s and gave it back 3 times. 1995, they gave me life with no parole for the Lord Kingpin case. Life with no parole. Saying, you're going to die in jail. The FBI prosecutor applauded and clapped after the sentencing and the verdict. The law knows best. The law is the best plan in all know. Don't nobody know if Slim coming home. And he got some friends that's trying to get him out. I'm trying to get him out. Me and my son Toby trying to get him out. You know what I mean? And I just feel like he ain't being represented like he's supposed to. People ain't speaking up on his behalf. Closed mouth, man, won't get fed. Before I left, he said, tell that little brother I love him. And tell them people, to go on the internet and apologize to him. He said, if you don't do nothing else for me. And I did that. And she did that. And he said, tell her if she want to stay in touch with me, stay off the internet. And she said, I'm off of it. I don't know how long it lasts, a week or day or whatever. But I don't have no reason to lie to you or stroke. I'm not going to be on here live to nobody or on nobody. I hate people to lie on me. From what I was told, he just wanted the conflict between you and C to be squashed. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. You can't put a dude like that in a position to go against, can't go against family for somebody, you know what I mean, you respect and admire, because he respect your intelligence, respect your loyalty. You know what I mean? And he done wrote me letters about you. I done gave you the letters. Tell Eon that. So this man ain't got time to be hearing a bunch of fitna and nonsense. The man trying to get in the street. So if I felt like you was doing something that would harm him, I would tell you. If I felt like you trying to defend his name or his honor was out of bounds, I would tell you. You know what I mean? And me and James talked last week, and James said, tell Eon, man, we appreciate what he did, and see gonna do something thanking him. And man, we got him. But this why I'm shaking my head, because I just learned this internet stuff when I came home. When I used to hear about Facebook, Instagram, I'd be watching Greg Mapp or somebody say, I met her on Instagram. I ain't know what it was till y'all told me. But my point is, Eon, this joint is an animal, man. It's a blessing and a curse. But you could be anybody you want to be on the internet because can't nobody get to you. So we ain't going to Michigan looking for this Bama. We ain't going to Pennsylvania looking for this Bama gully. I don't even want to talk about gully because, you know what I mean? But then the dudes out of New York that was talking crazy when I mentioned the dude Chad, who cares? But the DMV is a little small circle. You might run into anybody any day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So man, sometimes you gotta let sleeping dogs lie, man. You know what I mean? Don't wake the bell, man. And I know this brother is pacing that cell, man, because he hear everything being said about. You know what I mean? And they ain't think who was getting out. They ain't think who would ever leave ADX. Allah is God, man. You know what I mean? But the blessings, just like, let me say this to you. Just like dudes talking about who was hot told on the case. That dude hurried up and came on that internet and said, he ain't tell me, I ain't did, no, that's a lie. Because he know what would have happened if he wouldn't have straightened that. Certain things got to be straightened. They say the little dude came on there, apologized, said, man, he shouldn't have said nothing. But he ain't take the Jones down. I done called him over 3 times. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, by Allah, I got to hold people, they said, man, look, you got to see the dude. I said, nah, he ain't worth it. I wouldn't do that to his mother. I done talked to his uncle. His uncle met up 2, 3 times. Man, what's wrong with this nephew, man? But, man, DMV is small, I only can do with so much. Sometimes people out of loyalty and love for you would defend you, and you ain't got to be there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we don't know how this thing gonna turn out. But no, let me say this too also. It just seemed like to me everybody trying to cash in on this man's name.